everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and today we'll be doing my January wrap up. Let's get going. So I actually had a pretty decent read in January, so I'm able to complete all of my books except for one. I'm kind of leaning towards to not finish it because I didn't really like the book. But anyway, so the book was The Inheritance of Octavia Davinia by Zoraida Cordova. And we're following Octavia, who knows that she is dying, so she calls her descendants back home to bestow upon the inheritance. But when a large family arrives, they are greeted by strange events. And when an unknown figure threatens to infect the entire family, they might band together and venture into Octavia's home to learn her past secrets and their future. So I give this a 4 stars. I actually really like this, and I also found out that I am an oddball because I like to read about weird books, and that's exactly what this book is about. It's weird, but in a good way. I also like how we got to learn about the characters throughout the book. I thought they were good. I also really like to learn about Octavia's past. I thought that was also really great, and how it happened throughout the book. And you know, I just like how the story was playing, and then eventually led to the villain story, which thought that was also pretty interesting. I never like was the mystery because I felt like the mystery was a little bit too much and overwhelming, so it was kind of hard to keep up as to where it was going. I also like the family, like the themes throughout the book, which is family and acceptance. It did kind of remind me about Encanto, which I finally watched. It was pretty good. I really liked it. So this book did remind me of Encanto. And also there were times where this book had certain details that were being told about too much. And because of that, it would just like keep those certain details were just being dragged on, and it kind of broke the plot's flow, which is disappointing, you know. And I also really liked the writing. I thought it was enchanting, I thought it was beautiful, and I just really enjoyed the characters of this book. And the ending of the book was, I thought it was fitting. I thought it made sense as to how the book should have been ended. And you know, it just gave off the I guess I should have said spoilers. And I honestly feel like it had where Octavia came to terms with herself and how she finally found peace within her. So I thought the ending was like a really nice touch. There's a Random Dark and Sweet by Junior Island, and this is the sequel to A Magic So Dark and Magic Steeped in Poison. That was a sequel. That's the first book. And it's the continuing. So leaving in but powerful Shinanshi, a real magic using the ancient and delicate art of tea making, has escorted Princess Zen into exile, joining them as the prince's loyal bodyguard, Rui, and Ning's newly healed sister Shu. Together, the 4 young women travel throughout the kingdom in search of allies to help out the invaders and take back Zen's rightful throne. So I really like this. I thought it was a great way to finish off the duology. I definitely felt like Ning had grown so much, so I really liked how her character development was grown and had been wrapped up. And what I really liked was the chemistry between Kang and Ning. I still couldn't feel any chemistry towards them. So I'm sure they were cute, but I couldn't find any chemistry between them. I didn't really feel anything about Kang. I thought his point of view was kind of wasted. I just was really invested in Ning's journey, so I wish we had more POV point of view of Ning's, because I thought it was really interesting. And also the lore of this story I thought was fantastic. I really loved the lore in the story. But the final battle was a little bit complicated to understand what was happening. I honestly thought that was just flat and boring, and honestly a little bit too easy for a villain's death. So I wish like the final battle was a bit more, and was a bit more excitable, because it didn't really satisfy me. So that sucks. So there were these relics that Ning had to collect, so I wish we had more of the journey was to be more expanded on those things because I felt it was a little bit too short and flat. So I thought the journey for the lilacs was also sounded fascinating, so I wish we had gotten more of them. Honestly, I thought everything was wrapped up way too quickly, so now I wish things had gotten more time with them and to take it slow to be wrapped up. But there was this one scene, the snake scene, if you know what I mean. I thought it was pretty cool, so that was great. I really loved that part. Next book is The Red Palace by June He. And we are following a 17-year-old Hyun, who has earned a position as a palace nurse. All she wants is to keep her head down, do a good job, and perhaps finally win her estranged father's approval. However, Hyun is suddenly interested into this dark side of the palace. He's suddenly interested in the dark and dangerous world of court politics, with some murders for women in a single night, and the Prime Suspect is Hyun's closest friend and mentor. Determined to prove his beloved teacher's innocence, Hyun launches her own secret investigation. I really love this book. It was like one of those dramas that you like to watch, like K-dramas. I love watching K-dramas, so maybe that's why I really like this book a lot. Because I watch K-dramas, I didn't know how they produce their formula for the K-dramas. I mostly watch historical fiction, so yeah. I thought the moments between Hyun and Yeonjin was pretty cute. I'm sorry if I talk fast, my camera's gonna die. Otherwise I have to record on my phone. What else is new? But anyway, so the romance between Hyun and Yeonjin is pretty cute. I really like the romance. Although there were times where the romance was kind of flat and I couldn't really see the chemistry between them. So, by the way, I thought they were cute. I also really liked how the author captured the harsh reality of the family's expectations because they sounded brutal. So I thought she did a really good job in capturing those moments. I also thought the author did a good job at Hyun's character and how Hyun came to a term that she was a woman and she has accepted that part of her, and that's how she will be a woman. Never meet her father's approval. How Hyun was also is okay with having a boy's name, which is Baehyuk Hyun, which is a boy's name. So she came to terms with herself. She accepted. I thought that was a beautiful moment, and I really liked that. I really liked Hyunjin. I don't want to say too much about it because okay, so my camera died. Are we surprised? No. But anyway, so I was talking about Hyunjin, and I wish we had like more scenes with him instead of only showing up when it's convenient for him. So I wish we had more character development on him. I really like the story of Madame's Moon. It kind of seemed random because what we would like really talk about her, and it also started throughout the book, especially like towards the end of the book. She is no longer there, so we don't know what happened to her exactly, like how her story got wrapped up and all things. So I wish the author had touched more on her character because I thought she was interesting, even though she's a pain in the butt. But yeah, I just want to see how she blacksmail people because she always mentions like, yeah, I have this and this and I can blackmail you. Dun, dun, dun. So I wish she has touched more bases on that. I really love the mystery. I love how there wasn't too much info dumping. And honestly, I really love this story a lot. So if you like K-dramas, you will like this book as well. So yeah. The next book was Heart of the Sun Warrior by Su Lin Tan, and we're continuing the adventures of Xingning and how once again her home has been threatened by an evil, and now she must go and save her home once again. So I kind of enjoy a lot. I thought the writing was beautiful, and I really like how Xingyin was able to grow and become the woman she is. Really did feel like bittersweet, so because it's a duology, it was bittersweet. There's definitely some strings pulled in my chest. I don't want to spoil too much, but something did happen, and oh, my heart was heavy in that moment. Oh, Also some interesting twists. I don't want to spoil, but I don't think that twist was necessary because I actually liked it how it was before. Because to me, it didn't really quite make sense for that twist to happen, and it just kind of ruined the book. Don't get me wrong, I am happy for Xingyin, but I just feel like the book could have been better off without that twist. And also, my other issue was that she was pining over two boys, or two men, I would say, two men, and that kind of took the whole plot of the book. It was just her pining over two boys. Oh, I like him, but I also like him. Oh my god, which one? Yeah, it's that stupid life triangle that I hate so much, and I wish it wouldn't be point of the book. So one other thing is that something happened to a character, and I wish it had stayed to that character because it felt honestly selfish. Like I can't talk about too much, but you have to take my word for it. And I think it will do the same thing to you, maybe, if you had read the book. But yeah, honestly, it shouldn't have not happened how it happened to that character. And also the final battle with the evil kind of felt a little bit too easy. But otherwise, I thought this book did wrapped up nicely. So that was really nice done. And a really next time of quotes, which was to live a life with love was to live life without regret. I really like that quote, so yeah. My final book was The Knife of Letting Go by Patrick Ness, and honestly, I don't like it. So by placing a parenthesis town and so like other towns, everyone can hear everyone's thoughts in an overwhelming, never-ending stream of noise, but in a town where privacy is impossible, there is a secret so awful that Todd, still a month shy of being a man, must run for his life. But how do you escape when your pursuers can hear your every thought? Now that is a good question. How do you escape when everyone can hear your thoughts? I'm gonna go mad. So as you can see, I am about this much in, and honestly, I feel like not finishing this book at all. I hate Todd. He is an unlikable character. I don't like how he has to keep kicking his dog. The dog never did anything to him. And honestly, it just didn't really feel interesting at all about this book. So I wonder if I can spoil, because it has been a while since that book came out. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just spoil like a little bit. Spoils. So honestly, I just feel like the hittings in this book, like everyone constantly hit Todd in the face, and then what's the point of that? Well, I guess this is not really a spoil, but whatever. So I didn't really get the whole abusive side. Even though Aaron is probably like an abusive character from what I can see, so I hated him as well. I honestly wish he had died when the crocodiles attacked him. I'm sorry, but yeah, I just don't like him. The only one I kind of care about was Ben and Stillion. I think that was his name. I kind of wish we had more time with them, but then they got attacked by the sheriff. I think that was what it was. So I kind of, and then, yeah, so, and I am to the point where Todd found this girl who doesn't seem like she can't talk, but I wouldn't know, so I don't care. Yeah, that's what happened so far. And I just didn't really care about this book at all. The pacing's kind of weird, and I'm still confused about what Todd had found in that noise swamp area that wasn't really explained properly. But yeah, so otherwise, I can really care about this book. Okay, those are all the books I had read in January. Let me know what you had read in January, and please like, comment, and subscribe so that you'll be notified every time I post, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Well, I think it's magic.